Hi, Rob Jensen. Hey, thanks for doing this fun virtual dinner. Really love doing it. We did the dinner with Morgan a couple months ago, and good friends of ours, Dan and Donna Lee, are the owners there, make great wines from the Santa Lucia Highlands. So we're going to venture back down into those vineyards, but not from a Monterey winery, but from a winery right here in our own backyard, here in Los Gatos. Hopefully, most, if not all of you, have been here. You are in the oldest cellar here at Testarossa Winery in Novitiate Winery of Los Gatos, right off of Main Street on College Avenue. So we're just about half a mile off of Main Street, right above Los Gatos High School. Wines have been made here for 134 consecutive vintages. It makes this the fourth oldest continuous operating winery in California. Every vintage has been made here since 1888. No, I'm not that old, but a little bit older than when we started in our garage here in Silicon Valley in 1993. Yep, you've heard that story before, starting in a garage. Well, we did it with liquid assets versus the more profitable things that have been started around here, but we're having a lot of fun. My wife and I are partners in this. We started, as I mentioned, in Sunnyvale. We are college sweethearts. We met in the most romantic class in the engineering department at Santa Clara University that you can imagine, computer architecture, CPU design. Yes, we are both nerds, but we got out of our tech lives in the late 90s and early 2000s, and I've actually been doing wine now for 28 years. We're just celebrating our 28th anniversary this year. The name Testarossa is actually a term that I actually was given as a nickname while I was a college student at Santa Clara University. We'll flash up a picture from our recent 25th anniversary party where my wife's hairstylist dyed my hair back to the original red that it was in 1993 when we started making wine. That is the same hair color that I had when I was a studies abroad student through Santa Clara in Assisi and Umbria, where the family that I lived with welcomed me with the greeting, Bienvenuto, Signor Testarossa, which means welcome, Mr. Redhead. Testa, as you'll see on the bottle, is highlighted in black and Rossa in red, because Rossa means red. So Testarossa is the Italian word for redhead. But if you forget, it's the first sentence on the back of every bottle. We're going to do a little fun tasting here. Instead of the regular tastings that you see in all these videos where I open every bottle and so forth, we're just going to share a few stories. You're going to open the bottles that you were able to bring home, and we can highlight those. So we have 3 white wines, all Chardonnay. Those are our favorite white varietals. The first is the 2019 Cuvée Los Gatos by Testarossa Screw Cap Chardonnay from Monterey County. It is a very low to no oak, so very crisp, very, very bright acidity, ready for everyday drinking, but also just wonderful with any meal. And so many people just love the convenience of that screw cap, and it's also our best value. So with the no oak and with the screw cap, we can save some money on the cost. So we sell this wine at the winery for $27 a bottle, but tonight only, especially if you want to buy some more bottles to pad your fridge or your cellar, you're getting a really, really great deal. And most of this fruit, almost all of this fruit, comes from the same vineyards that go into our top of the line reserve and single vineyard wines. Our second Chardonnay of the tasting of the evening is our Santa Lucia Highlands Chardonnay. That is a blend of multiple single vineyard Chardonnays. Santa Lucia Highlands is a fantastic appellation that gets the cool Monterey Bay fog right down the Salinas Valley. So it's one of the most perfect spots for growing Chardonnay and Pinot Noir because of the super long growing season, the really gravelly, loamy soils. And one of the neat things is that it's a multi-different agricultural area in that there are as many lemons in the area as there are wine grapes. And why that is important is some of that lemon oil gets in the air and gets on the Chardonnay grapes. So if you're having a dish that you like a little lemon character, there's just a little hint of lemon flower and lemon zest in the wines. It just makes it so beautiful. Along with the butterscotch, the Santa Lucia Highland Chardonnay is fermented in 100% French oak barrels, about 30% of those new. So it gives that nice, toasty, yummy caramel, butterscotchy tone that you get from that French oak, but the beautiful acidity and just the richness and mouthfeel of the wine comes right through. Now for today, you have a special. You can't even buy this at the winery. is our 2017 Fogstone Vineyard Chardonnay. This is a library selection. So this is a single vineyard from the northern end of the appellation. It's the foggier end, closer to the Monterey Bay, so it has cooler days throughout the growing season because there's more fog throughout the day. And then when the soil was ripped, there's large boulders in there. So a real stony soil, so it gives a lot of European style minerality. We could have called it fog rock, but I think that might have been something that people want to go to a concert. So Fogstone was how we named the vineyard. Also beautiful is a 2017, so now it's got that 4 or 5 years of beautiful age on the wine. So it's really maturing, just really starting to show. We'd like to, before we go on to the red wines, I want to invite you to come to the winery if you haven't already. We have a fantastic wine bar called Wine Bar 107. This is the 107th licensed or bonded winery in the history of the United States. So it's a true historical marvel. As I mentioned, we're in this cave from 1892. So this is one of the many different caves and areas that you're able to visit inside. But we also have over 5,000 square feet of outdoor space, and that is fully tented for the winter. So if you want to be a little more outside, more in nature with the clear top tents, you can see our beautiful 100-year-old sycamore and redwood trees and oak trees. It's just a marvel. People are always saying, wow, I've lived here all my life and I never knew that this amazing historical winery was just 10 minutes from my house. We're going to go into red wines. So the first red wine is the sister to our Cuvée Los Gatos by Testarossa Pinot Noir. So to the Chardonnays, this is our Pinot Noir. Again, made in a very low to no oak manner, screw cap. So very convenient. And really made to be super fresh and ready to go right away. So it's definitely an everyday drinker. It is also, you're getting a really amazing deal on this Monterey County Pinot Noir that is $31 at the winery, and a much better one-time only deal that you can get through being part of this special dinner club. We actually have 3 Pinots to go with our 3 Chardonnays, and then we'll cap that off with a Cabernet. Our second Pinot Noir is also from the Santa Lucia Highlands. Again, just amazing hang time, great acidity, just really a European character where you get that dark red fruit, spice, and that really kind of savory minerality that you expect in a lot of fine European Pinot Noirs. The third wine on the red side is my personal favorite. This is the Doctor's Vineyard. This is owned by the Hahn family. And this vineyard was actually named after Nicky Hahn's daughter, Caroline, that she had received her PhD in large mammalian veterinary science, and he wanted to name the vineyard after her, so she suggested that it would be okay if he used the name Doctors in honor of her PhD. So she's really dedicated her life to working with the sub-Saharan African large mammals to try to save those very beautiful species from extinction, and she's doing a great job in Central Africa. The other part of the Doctor's Vineyard it was planted in 1991, but it was originally planted to Bordeaux varietals, so Cabernet Sauvignon, Cab Franc, and Merlot. About 20 years ago, so after about 10 or 12 years, they realized that it's too cold in this region to produce good Cabernet-based wines, and started grafting over those vines to Pinot Noir. But since the vines were already over 10 years old, they're already mature, so instead of grafting them down low, they grafted them up at the top. So these vines that go into this Doctor's Vineyard Pinot Noir actually have Cab Franc and Merlot trunks. So they have phylloxera-resistant rootstock, a trunk of Cabernet Franc or Merlot, and then Pinot Noir clonal selections on the top. So it's often our darkest and deepest Pinot Noir, and a lot of people think, well, if you're a Cab lover, and this is the Pinot Noir to try. It is also every year gets our highest ratings. Our last 2 vintages have been 97 and 95 points respectively. So there's some people who really like this wine, and we know you will too. And then for our Cab lovers, this is a very rare treat. We are 95% of what we make is Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, but we make just a few hundred cases of Cabernet Sauvignon and a Bordeaux blend, a big red blend that is called our Mountain Select. We are featuring a library selection, our 2015 Mountain Select Red Blend. So this is a blend of multiple Bordeaux varietals that is just something that you will just love, love, love. It's from a vineyard right above Lexington Reservoir. The Black Ridge Vineyard is where most of this fruit comes from, and it is just, if you like a beautiful mountain hillside type of Cabernet, then you're going to really, really love this. So we're really excited to have you come visit us. Also, if you're in the mood or your company is looking for places to do corporate events, team building, dinners, weddings, etc., we have our own chef, Nadeev Geiger, who is just an amazing, amazing chef and rebuilding our events team after the pandemic. So we're at Testarossa.com. We love that you're supporting this amazing dinner series. We're not only supplying the wine, but we're also customers too. So enjoy. See you down the road.